Former freeholder Sullivan was in attendance tonight. He was getting whatever. But he did, when he was up there talking, he mentions...
He wasn't in there as a freeholder.
He wasn't there as if he's a former freeholder. Now he's running the Improvement Authority and the Utilities Authority, and he was sitting there with his buddy Jonathan Williams, the attorney who was actually running the Improvement Authority and the Utilities Authority.
For $1 million
in my
a year.
opinion, and limited knowledge of the inner workings of what's going on there, but he's pretty much the person that's actually running it. Anyway, he did mention while he was yucking it up there getting his certificate for being a wonderful freeholder for the last 13 years or whatever the thing was for. He did mention offhandedly, and I forget the exact verbiage of it, he said that I'm back here and I'm going to, I'll be in executive session tonight with you for Union County Improvement Authority business. And
Actually here on business. It's funny, the first time I come back I have to speak in my role as the Utilities Authority Executive Director, and then we have something in exec about the Improvement Authority.
And I thought, wait a minute, because I had read the agenda and I didn't see really anything. They have to give a synopsis of why they're going into the meeting, and it just said for RFQ and RFP, I believe, to put out requests for proposals, but it didn't say why, for what exactly.
Discussing anticipated contract negotiations relative to Runnels Specialized Hospital, RFP, RFQ, and attorney-client privilege communication.
So I got to ask, it's a little cryptic what you have here. You could give us more information without jeopardizing your positions in any way. And then I got some sort of an answer back.
Yeah, Barry.
But Tina Rennan Cranford, earlier this evening, Dan Sullivan mentioned that he would be seeing you in executive session concerning his role in the Improvement Authority. I'd like to ask you to give us some more details of what you'll be discussing in executive session. It's very cryptic. The only thing I can see the Improvement Authority involved in is anticipated contract negotiations relative to Runnels Specialized Hospital, RFP, RFQ, and attorney-client privilege communication. If you could be more specific about what that is. For the people at home, you entered into a memorandum of understanding with the authority in August. And to give you a synopsis of it, just to focus on this, the options available to the county include, but are not limited to, sale of the hospital to the authority. And then further down, it goes into the authority, possible sale and lease back to a third party. So I think you need to give us some more details about what you'll be discussing in executive session. It won't compromise the legality of it. Are you discussing the sale to the authority? Are you discussing the authority's sale to a third party? I believe you owe the public complete transparency when it comes to Runnels, not only because it's a beloved institution in the county and many people work there, not to mention the patients that reside there, but on a personal level, for your integrity purposes, ever since I can remember, you have used Runnels in your campaign literature. You use Runnels every campaign season. You rattle the saber and you accuse your opponents of wanting to sell Runnels. They're going to sell Runnels. They're going to sell Runnels. So it's obvious that you're doing something with Runnels, and you're going to be discussing it tonight or whenever you discuss it. If you don't do that with complete transparency, you are total cowards. And that's the most polite word I can come up with, and that you'll allow me without throwing me out. But you're discussing Runnels tonight with the Improvement Authority, and I think you can give us more details about what exactly you'll be discussing. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad to see that you agree with this board that, Runnels Hospital is one of our treasure holdings that we have here in our county. So I'm not sure if county council would like to speak any more on that.
I will, in terms of the necessity to go into executive session. What we are going to discuss, as the board had instructed and entered into the MOU, is for the Improvement Authority to create an RFP, RFQ for the various options that were identified in the study. So what we will be determining and discussing tonight are the specific terms and conditions for that RFP to be issued We anticipate that that document will be issued probably the latter part of next week, and that document will be online and available to any members of the public to see exactly what is being sought through the RFQ process.
Thank you.
But basically, the Improvement Authority signs a memorandum of understanding in August, I believe, of this year, which gave it authority over Runnels to either purchase Runnels from the county, look for a third party to purchase Runnels from the county. So obviously something is going on. Runnels is moving, and my comments tonight were, you're being very cryptic here. I only know about this because Sullivan mentioned it, and I put two and two together. Thank God for the internet. I looked it up right away. So there's just no transparency at all. Business as usual. And I said, not for nothing. It's not that Runnels is a cherished hospital for many, even though I think maybe even more want to see it go because it's such a drain on us. They already moved the patronage jobs. The Galvones are out of there. The real workers are left, but the Galvones have already been moved and put on the county payroll, so they won't lose their jobs and their pensions. The little people will. But, every year they use Runnels as a campaign piece. So, our opponents want to sell Runnels. They're going to sell Runnels. And it wasn't true, even. It just wasn't true. They would just use it that way. So here we are. It's the end of September. We're getting into the heat of campaign season, and they're going behind closed doors to discuss how to sell Runnels. So I said, at the very least, you should be extremely transparent about this process. And I said, anything less than that, you would be cowards. And I said that was the most polite word I could use during, a public meeting without getting thrown out. But what they actually are they're lying, cheating rat bastards. That's what they are. Because this is what they're doing behind closed doors. Daniel Sullivan, and they're getting rid of Runnels. The rats have left the sinking ship, and this is what they're doing. All no transparency at all. You have to catch them if you can, and I think I kind of caught them tonight with Sullivan's little slip. So there you go, people of Runnels. It's moving ahead. I would expect an announcement after election night.